we are going to discuss about average acceleration, instantaneous acceleration, and also we discuss motion graphs, that is understanding of xt graphs, vt graphs and at graphs. Okay. Last class, that is in module number 3, we discussed in detail about average velocity and instantaneous velocity, and also we find average velocity on xt graphs, instantaneous velocity on xt graphs also. How we will find average velocity on xt graphs? By combining the two lines in any two time intervals, the slope of the line that connecting the 2 points on the xt graphs will give us average velocity. The slope of the tangent that drawn onto the xt curve gives us instantaneous velocity at that particular instant of time. Okay. Today, motion is nothing but, and see here, the position of the particle is changing with respect to time. So, the rate of change of position is called as the velocity. We have discussed already in the last classes. Today, we are going to discuss about acceleration. And velocity also changes. The change in velocity with respect to time is called as the acceleration. Velocity is nothing but here, velocity is a vector quantity. That means which has both magnitude and direction. Acceleration comes into picture if the magnitude of velocity changes, and also acceleration comes into picture if direction of the velocity also changes, or the acceleration also comes into picture if both magnitude and direction of velocity changes. So, here we see in straight line motion direction is fixed one. So, here acceleration arises only because of the change in magnitude of velocity. So, we are going to discuss about average acceleration first. Students, see here at time t equal to t1 seconds, the position of the particle is x1 and let the velocity of the particle is v1, and at later time t equal to t2, the position is x2 and let the velocity is v2. Here in the time interval of t1 to t2, the velocity is changing from v1 to v2. Here direction is fixed, direction of velocity is not changing, only magnitude of the velocity is changing from v1 to v2. So, the average acceleration is given by change in velocity v2 minus v1 divided by time interval t2 minus t1. The units are change in velocity. Velocity units are, we know already, velocity units are meter per second over time interval units are seconds. That is SI system of units are meter per second. The SI units for average acceleration are meter per second square, and it is a vector quantity. Vector quantity. Now, we are going to discuss about instantaneous acceleration. We defined instantaneous velocity in the previous class. In the similar way, we can define instantaneous acceleration here. The instantaneous acceleration can be defined as the limit of average acceleration as time interval delta t becomes infinitesimally small. Infinitesimally small, and at a particular interval of time. Time interval is approximately equal to 0. So, the instantaneous acceleration, simply we will call acceleration from hereafter. So, acceleration is nothing but here limit of average acceleration as time interval approaches to 0. That is limit of, what is average acceleration here? The definition for average acceleration is nothing but v2 minus v1 by t2 minus t1. That is v2 minus v1 equal to delta v divided by t2 minus t1 is delta t. Instantaneous acceleration or simply acceleration equal to, this can be written in mathematical expression as d by dt of v. What we have known this as d by dt is nothing but rate of change. So, here instantaneous acceleration is nothing but rate of change of velocity is called instantaneous acceleration. The units are same again. SI system of units for instantaneous acceleration are meter per second square, and it is a vector quantity, that means which has both magnitude and direction. So, instantaneous acceleration equal to d by dt of v, that equal to d by dt of v is nothing but velocity, that means instantaneous velocity. Instantaneous velocity can be expressed as d by dt of x, rate of change of position is called as the velocity. So, d by dt into d by dt is nothing but d square by dt square of x. Therefore, finally, we can conclude that d by dt of acceleration equal to d by dt of v, that is rate of change of velocity, or d square by dt square of x. We call d by dt as rate of change and d square by dt square is called as the curvature. See here, acceleration can be written as rate of change of velocity or curvature of position. In terms of velocity rate of change of velocity, and in terms of position, curvature of position is called as the instantaneous acceleration. We are going to discuss about velocity versus time graph here. That means we are taking velocity on y axis and time on x axis. Why we need to take velocity on y axis? Because we always take dependent quantities on y axis and independent quantities on x axis. That means velocity depends on time, not time depends on velocity. See here let us consider velocity versus time graph looks like this. At point p1, at time t1 the particle is at point p1, and at time t2, t1, let us consider this is t1 and this is at t2. At t2 the particle is at point p2. If you want to find out the average acceleration, we need to connect these two lines, these 2 points, p1, p2 points. We need to connect these 2 points if you want to find out the average acceleration here. The slope of the line that is connecting p1, p2 points gives us average acceleration. That average acceleration is equal to velocity at time t2 is nothing but what? v2, and velocity at time t1 is nothing but what? v1. So, average acceleration equal to change in y component by change in x component. Slope is nothing but change in y component by change in x component. So, average acceleration is equal to change in y component. What is there on y axis? Velocity is there on y axis. So, v2 minus v1 divided by t2 minus t1. So, average acceleration is nothing but v2 minus v1 by t2 minus t1. How we will find out average acceleration on vt graph? The slope of line connecting p1, p2 points on velocity versus time graph. Now, I would like to find out instantaneous acceleration here. If you want to find out instantaneous acceleration, see what we will do here. Our velocity versus time graph is this one. Instantaneous means at a particular instant of time. I would like to find out acceleration at this instant of time, at this particular instant of time. At this point, we need to draw a tangent here. What is tangent? A line which has only one point of contact. I have drawn a tangent here. The slope of the tangent that is drawn onto Vt curve is called as the instantaneous acceleration. How we will find out instantaneous acceleration? The slope of tangent drawn onto Vt curve gives us instantaneous acceleration. Slope of line connecting P1, P2 points on velocity versus time graph is nothing but average acceleration. The slope of tangent drawn onto Vt graph gives us instantaneous acceleration. Friends, now we are going to discuss about understanding the relation between xt, Vt and At graphs here. We will see 6 different cases here to understand and to get the clear picture on what is xt graph and what is the relevant Vt graph for it and what is relevant At graph for it. Acceleration versus time graph, At graph is nothing but. See here, the first case is we are going to see this case. Okay. In this case, slope is equal to 0 because the curve is parallel to x axis. Slope of xt graph is nothing but what? Velocity. Therefore, velocity is equal to 0 here. So, I am writing velocity versus corresponding velocity versus time graph here. Respective Vt graph looks like this, velocity equal to 0, and corresponding acceleration versus time graph looks like this. If velocity is equal to 0 is constant, rate of change of constant is equal to 0. That means At graph also like this. Okay. Now, come to this graph, second case. See here, the slope is positive constant. Slope is constant and it is positive. Slope is positive constant. That means the velocity is uniform. Slope is constant means velocity is uniform. Uniform positive velocity. So, uniform velocity is uniform and positive. Velocity is uniform means constant and it is positive. The corresponding Vt graph looks like this. And now, corresponding At graph for the above situation, for the above Vt graph. See here, in this case, velocity at time t1 equal to something. Velocity at time t2 is equal to also velocity is same constant. At other time also velocity is same constant. And here the velocity is constant. As the velocity is constant, acceleration is nothing but what? Acceleration is equal to rate of change of velocity. As velocity is constant here, acceleration equal to rate of change of constant is equal to 0. So, respective At graph for the above Vt graph is like this, 0. Acceleration is 0 always. Next, another case. See here, the another case is nothing but here. Let us consider xt graph is like this. Here, the slope is negative because the position is decreasing with respect to time. So, slope is negative and constant. Slope is negative and constant. Slope constant means slope of the xt graph is nothing but velocity. So, velocity is constant and ఎలా ఉంటుందండి నెగటివ్. velocity is negative and constant. So, respective Vt graph for the above xt graph is velocity is negative and constant. Velocity is negative. This is origin, upside is positive, downside is negative. Velocity is negative here in this case and it is constant. Okay, right. Next, the respective At graph looks like, as the velocity is constant here, As velocity is constant, acceleration is equal to 0, because we know acceleration equal to rate of change of velocity. Rate of change of constant gives us always equal to 0. So, acceleration versus time graph looks like this. Acceleration is 0 always, irrespective of time. Okay. Now, we are going to discuss about another example, fourth case. In this fourth case, consider the xt graph looks like this. Concave upside, concave up. Okay. For this case, see here the slope is, find out the slope here, slope changes from, see here, at this time at t equal to 0, initially the slope, to find out the slope we need to draw a tangent here. So, this tangent is downwards. So, slope is negative, initially the slope is negative, negative to emoutunana. Consider another point, this point. At this point, draw a tangent. This tangent is parallel to x axis. So, slope is equal to 0 here, slope equal to 0 here. Next, another point, take another point. Consider this point here. If I take this point, draw a tangent at this point. Here, the position is increasing with respect to time. If position increases with respect to time, slope is positive. So, here slope is changing from negative to 0, 0 to positive. That means, velocity is changing from negative to 0, 0 to positive. So, here the velocity versus time graph, respective velocity versus time graph looks like this. Initially the velocity, slope is nothing but, slope of xt graph is nothing but velocity. Slope is negative, that means velocity is negative initially. This is 0 and this is positive, and this downside is nothing but negative. Initially the velocity is negative and it becomes 0 as time passes. At this point it will become 0, 0, and later after that the velocity is changing from 0 to positive, 0 to positive. So, this point we call it as turning point. Turning point is the point where velocity is equal to 0 instantaneously. Okay. The respective AT graph for the above VT graph is, the respective AT graph is. See here, the slope is, slope of VT graph is nothing but acceleration. Here the velocity is increasing with respect to time, that means slope is positive here, slope is positive here. Slope of VT graph is nothing but acceleration. So, acceleration is positive and constant here. So, constant positive acceleration, constant positive acceleration, because A is equal to, acceleration is nothing but rate of change of velocity. The slope of VT graph is nothing but acceleration, as the slope is positive and constant with respect to time. So, slope is positive and constant with respect to time here. Now, we look at to the another graph here. If the xt graph looks like this, consider three different points again. At this point, draw a tangent and this tangent is upwards. So, slope is positive for this xt graph, slope is initially it is positive, and at this point draw a tangent at this point. Tangent is nothing but which has only one point of contact, and again this tangent is parallel to time axis, x axis. So, slope is equal to 0, that means slope is changing from positive to 0. Now, at another point, third point, here draw a tangent at this point again, and here the xt graph, the position is decreasing with respect to time. So, slope is negative here. So, slope of xt graph is changing like this, positive to 0, 0 to negative here. That means, slope of xt graph is nothing but velocity. Velocity is changing from positive to 0, 0 to negative. So, the respective velocity versus time graph is, initially it is positive, positive to 0, and 0 to velocity becomes 0 here, 0 to negative, and this point is called as the turning point here. Velocity, it is the point where velocity is equal to 0 is called as the turning point of the motion. So, see here again, here I am taking slope of Vt graph, slope of Vt graph. Slope of Vt graph is nothing but it is a straight line. So, slope is constant, slope is constant, and velocity, initial velocity is positive, decreasing, 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 becomes 0. As time increases, velocity decreases. That means slope is negative here. Slope is negative and constant. So, acceleration is constant and it is negative. Acceleration is negative constant like this. Okay. Next, the final case. Let us consider the final case is like this. Like this, a random case. See here, the position versus time graph is looking like this. The respective velocity versus time graphs are, velocity versus time graph is nothing but here. Again, take three different points. At this point, draw a tangent. This tangent is parallel to time axis. And parallel to time axis means slope of Vt curve is equal to 0. Slope, initial slope is equal to 0. Next, find the slope at this point. At this point, draw a tangent line. Tangent line. So, slope will become slope, downward line. Downward line, slope of downward line is nothing but negative. Negative. And consider at this point. At this point, draw a tangent like this. And again this line is parallel to time axis. So, slope is equal to 0. The slope is changing from 0 to negative, negative to 0. And the slope of xt graph is nothing but velocity. So, initially the velocity is equal to 0. Velocity is changing from 0 to negative. Velocity is negative like this. At this point, velocity becomes 0 after this. Slope, as slope is 0, velocity is also 0 here. Slope of xt graph is 0, so velocity is equal to 0. Next, AT graph looks like this. Acceleration versus time graph looks like this. And here in this first interval, slope is negative and constant because it is a straight line. Slope of straight line is constant. Slope is negative and constant. Slope of Vt curve is nothing but acceleration. Slope is negative and constant up to this time. After this, slope equal to 0. That means slope of velocity versus time graph is nothing but acceleration. So, acceleration is equal to 0 after this point. After this point. And this line, this one, if xt graph is looking like this, here the curve is concave up. If the xt graph is concave up, if xt graph is concave up, the acceleration is positive. The curvature is upside, so the acceleration is positive. Here the curvature is downside, concave down. We call this shape as concave down. So, acceleration is negative. Acceleration is negative. In the first case, second case and third case, there is no curvature in these three cases. If curvature is equal to 0, that means acceleration equal to 0. Because here there is no curvature, so acceleration equal to 0. No curvature, acceleration equal to 0. In xt graph there is no curvature, acceleration equal to 0. Here curvature is concave up, acceleration is positive. Acceleration is positive. Here curvature is concave down, acceleration is negative. Right. Students, here we are going to give final conclusions. We know already position is indicated with x, velocity v equal to rate of change of position or slope of xt graph, and acceleration equal to rate of change of velocity or curvature of position. If we take velocity versus time graph, slope of velocity versus time graph is nothing but acceleration. But if we take xt graph, the curvature of xt graph is nothing but acceleration. We know concave of curvature is nothing but acceleration is positive. In another case, in xt graph, if the curvature is like this, downward curvature, concave down curvature, in the concave down curvature case, acceleration is negative. That means curvature of position is nothing but acceleration. As there is no curvature, there is no acceleration here. See xt graph. This is origin, above origin positive, below origin is negative. Okay. At this point position is positive and velocity here. Velocity కావాలంటే ఏం చేయాలి? We need to find out, we need to draw a tangent on xt graph. The slope of the tangent gives us velocity. Here this is a, for this tangent the slope is positive. So velocity is positive at this point. And come to acceleration. What is acceleration? The curvature of xt graph is nothing but acceleration. Here curvature at undi nana, concave down. Concave down curvature is nothing but acceleration is negative. Okay. Come to point B here. At point B, B is above origin, above x axis. So here at point B, position is positive. What about velocity here? To find out the velocity, we need to draw a tangent here. A tangent. I am drawing a tangent here. Okay. So slope of tangent gives us velocity. Slope here, the slope is negative. So velocity is negative. What about acceleration? On xt graph, curvature is called as the acceleration. Is there any curvature here? No. It is looking like a straight line. There is no curvature at point B. So acceleration is equal to 0 at this case. And come to point C. Here position is equal to, this point C is below the x axis. So it is in negative quadrant. So position x is negative here. And what about velocity here? Velocity, to find out velocity we need to draw a tangent. This tangent is parallel to x axis. So slope equal to 0. Slope of xt curve is equal to 0. Slope of xt curve is nothing but velocity. So velocity is equal to 0 here. What about acceleration here? Acceleration is concave upside. అంటే ఏమవుతుంది ఇక్కడ? velocity is changing from negative to 0, 0 to positive. Velocity is increasing, that means acceleration is positive. Okay, acceleration is positive. Concave up, acceleration is positive. Concave down, acceleration is negative. So come to point D here. At point D, position x equal to positive and velocity, draw a tangent here. Okay, slope of the tangent is positive here. So velocity, slope of the tangent is negative here. So the velocity is negative. Acceleration is equal to concave down. Concave down acceleration is nothing but negative. At point E, position is negative and draw a tangent. Slope of the tangent gives us velocity. Okay, so slope is equal to 0 here because this line is parallel to time axis. So slope of xt curve is equal to 0 at point E. So velocity equal to 0. What about acceleration here? This line is, this curve is concave up. Concave up is nothing but positive acceleration. Okay, again positive acceleration అట్లా అని చెప్తాం. At this point velocity equal to 0. Before this point velocity is equal to negative, and here the velocity is positive. Slope is nothing but positive here. So the velocity is changing from negative to 0, 0 to positive. That means velocity is increasing. As time changes, velocity is increasing. Thank you. This is the end of the class.